Hi guys, it is time for new listings at noon. I'm Karen Ringo, a realtor in the DMV area with Compass.
And I'm Alison, Scimeca, also a realtor in the DMV area with Compass.
Guys, so have you ever wondered, you've seen a listing and you've wondered, what did that listing close for? What happened to it? How many days was that listing on the market? Well, today we are going back to all the listings that we shared in the first quarter. And well, not all of the listings, but we've picked 10 of our favorite ones that we shared in the first quarter. And we're going to give you some of the, fun details about them. So we're going to get started. We have 10. Alison, do you want to add anything on to our intro?
No. I mean, I think this is going to be fun for people who are interested in what things close at, because, we talk about list price always on here, but we don't frequently get to share what places have closed at. So this will be fun.
Yeah. And I think you guys are going to be surprised because we hear so much, oh my God, this home sold $250,000 over asking price. Well, we actually have some homes that sold right at the asking price, and we have a few homes that sold under. So as we go through, we'll do a little detailed talk, but let's get started. We're going to go ahead and bring in, let me see if I can get it back to the beginning. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in our first one. And so this home, let's go back to our first picture. Come on, get me to my first.
There it is. There she is.
Can you see the first one? Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Okay. So this first listing is 713 Endicott Street. And if you guys remember this home, I'm going to pause it for a second, was our fun home that was, had the what do we call it? Our natatorium. So it had the pool inside. And so if I can just back it up just a little bit. Do you guys remember? Do you remember that? I know we do.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember that I storied about it before we went live, because I said, how often can you find a pool indoors in this area? So yeah. This is a big home too. It was a 4 bedrooms, 5,000 square foot house. So it was a big one.
Yes. So this home was in Colorado Springs, which is one of our really hot neighborhoods in Bethesda, Maryland, which is right outside of the DMV. If you're not familiar with the DMV area, right outside of DC. So it was on the market for 8 days, and it was listed at $1,395,000. And can you take a guess? Do you guys want to take a moment to guess how much you think this house sold for? So in Colorado Springs, it's a neighborhood with lots of mid-century modern homes. This one is not quite a mid-century modern, but it has some mid-century kind of touches. It's a contemporary home that really needed updated, but was very nice. So this home sold for, Alison,
$1,750,000. So 1,395 to 1,750.
Right. So 8 days on the market, and it was a 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath home. So it had a huge lower level. It had a great primary master bedroom. There were 3 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms on the top floor, large primary bath that had 2 water closets, which are rooms with toilets. And a party shower. So it had a walk-in closet. Now, everything about this home, though, needed to be updated, but it sold for $1,750,000. So, all right, our next one.
Okay. This next one is more in my neck of the woods. It was the address was 3039 16th Street, Unit 401.
Okay, here it is. There it is. Yeah.
And here we go. It's this beautiful 2-bed, 2-bath, slightly over 1,300 square foot lofted condo. It's in the Zydeco lofts, I believe is how we say it, in Columbia Heights. And so I can kind of tell you the price, Karen. So it was listed at $869,000. It was 7 days on the market. And this one is a little bit surprising, but do we want to let people guess for just a moment before? Otherwise, it'll be a 30-minute too long show if we wait too long.
Right. But, tell me, the suspicion is killing me. What did it sell for?
This sold for $859,000. So actually 10 days under asking price. So, going to show you, I think we'll probably start to see a trend here, but that the difference between condos and, townhomes and single family homes is pretty immense. But when we talk about what things go under contract for, but yeah, this one's a beautiful one. And I saw this one in person actually. And it was really, really cool unit.
Awesome. Okay, so we are going to go to our next one. Alison, I'll just give the address and then let you run with this. This was one that you loved. It was 371 O Street Southwest.
Mm-hmm. So these are the kind of famous barrel houses, the mid-century modern. Surprise, surprise! I pick a mid-century modern almost every week. This one, it is a co-op, which I think is important to consider because the co-ops in this particular area, they have a fairly high monthly cost, but your purchase price ends up being a lot less than if this were to be, say, just a townhome with no co-op fees. So it was listed at $649,000. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, slightly over 1,500 square foot. Again, co-op.
And this one was on the market for 32 days. So that gives you a hint maybe of, maybe what you think it may have sold for.
Yep. 32 days. And Karen, do you want to tell them what it closed for?
So this one closed for $640,000. So,
right. So just 9,000 under, which is not, a massive spread there. And for a co-op to be on the market for 30 days is typically, it's pretty good. Co-ops and condos tend to go a little bit longer than the townhomes and single family houses. So that was a good one. I was happy that they got close to asking price on it.
Awesome. Okay, this is our fourth one. We're going to take you to Logan Circle, and let's bring that one back up.
I can start giving the address while you are, if you'd like. Oh, this is the rest of the barrel house, of course. We love that barrel arch there that they're known for. All right. Oh, Karen, you got the address on this one. Nice. This one's 1005 P Street, Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is in Logan, kind of Logan Shaw area. And it was 7 days on the market. Karen, this is one you featured, I think. So if you want to talk about it a little bit, or I can help out.
Yeah, I really, really love this one. It was listed for $1,750,000. And it was on the market for just 7 days. And some of the things, I don't know if you can see it going, but some of the things that we really love, this one had, if you remember, this little eating area for the dog. You see that little right under the sink. We love that. But it was fully renovated. It's a federal style row home, and it was completely rebuilt and expanded in 2020. So it had 3 bedrooms, it had 2.5 baths, and it was 600 a million. Sorry, guys. This is going a little faster than I wanted it to. It was listed. Oops, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
It was listed for 1.75 million. It was on the market for 7 days, and it sold for
the same for its asking price.
Yes.
So that's one example. Like I said, everybody's thinking that everything is going over asking price, but some of the townhomes and condos are not having the same things happen.
Yeah.
Which is kind of encouraging, because I feel like some of the buyers are getting a little discouraged with lack of inventory. But
yeah, I think when you start to get to a slightly higher price point, such as this one, but also in my experience, the sellers of renovated homes tend to have a pretty fixed price at what they want, and it's usually based on the finishes and the things that they've done. And if they can get that price that they're asking for, then they're going to go with it. So yeah, that was a good one, and I was again very happy to see that sell for their asking price.
Awesome. So we are going into our 5th listing, which is Alison. Can you give the address?
Sure. It's 1641 19th Street Northwest. It is a home in DuPont. Those photos haven't quite come up yet, but that's okay. They'll see it in a minute. This was one that I had highlighted, I believe, very early in the year. It was a very, very, very cool house for sure. As we go inside, this is the one that was very French styled. It was very European. It has an amazing arched, there you go, window in the back. The kitchen, it was very sleek. You loved the orange oven, Karen. There was the salon upstairs here that you're looking at. Just really phenomenal house. So this was listed for 11 days before it went under contract. It was listed at 1.950, so just shy of 2 million. It was a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, almost 1,700 square foot row home. Totally unique, completely one of a kind. So it ended up going under contract for, Karen, would you like to tell our audience?
I would. So this one ended up going under contract for $1,900,000. So slightly under. It was on the market. Did you tell everybody for 11 days?
I did.
Yeah,
that's okay. They can know. Yeah, I was surprised this one didn't fly in like 2 days, to be honest. But it's definitely had a personality, and so you had, it maybe wasn't for everybody because it was so specific, but it was so cool. And for anybody who's interested, I did a reel of this listing, which really showed you all the details, and it was just phenomenal.
Awesome. Okay, we are moving to our next one. It kept trying to come up when Alison was talking. So our next one, let's make it a little bit bigger, is 3503 17th Street, and it's Northwest. It was Unit 3. And Alison, I'm going to let you talk about this because this was one that you loved.
Okay, cool. So I think my video might be lagging a little bit, but we're not going to mess with anything because we don't want to have any other issues. But okay, so this is 4 days on the market, only 4. Mid-century modern again, from one of our colleagues who represents almost exclusively mid-century modern units with this awesome lacquer cabinet, blue cabinets in the kitchen, with the full lower level kind of, I think it was an in-law suite versus it being a separate unit. And that was listed for $829,000, 4 days on the market. Like I said, it was a 2-bed, 3.5 bath, 2,300 square foot condo. Remember that the townhouse, sorry. Remember that downstairs, while it's a, kind of an open room, you could definitely have another bedroom set up down there. So I'd almost consider it like a 3-bedroom. It was listed for $829,000 and it sold for?
It sold for $807,500.
Yep. So, what we're not talking about here, and we're not going to delve into, are if there are credits and things like that can kind of affect that final sale price. But this is still giving everybody kind of a good idea as far as what things close for. And if we didn't say, because the address doesn't make it entirely obvious, this home was in Mount Pleasant. So the first initial photo we showed was very enveloped in green and lots of foliage around this home.
Awesome. So our next one, we're going on to number 6 is, bring it up.
We're actually on number 7, but that's okay.
Number 7. This one is, I can show you the address, 3514 Woodbine Street, and it was in Chevy Chase. So Alison, once again, I'll let you tell about this one.
Yeah,
this is one of your favorite ones.
This was another one of my favorites, and I got to see this one in person as well. So this was on the market for 7 days. It was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,250 square foot house in Rollingwood, which is a neighborhood in Chevy Chase. And so 7 days on the market. This one was an interesting one. In what happened with the price. It was listed, like I said, for just shy of 1.3, 1,299, and it closed for, do you want to say it? You want me to say it?
I'll give them a moment to take a guess. And this one closed for $1,500,000. We're on the wrong one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it did not. It closed for $1,664,000. Yep. So this one went over $300,000 over asking price. So this is one of those ones where you're like, holy cow, it went way over. Mm-hmm. And this is also a home that had a certain, quality that you couldn't quantify, that you thought people would go in and just absolutely fall in love and say, this is worth more to me just because of the feeling that I have or whatever. Mm-hmm. There wasn't necessarily a comp to substantiate this price, but it was a really lovely, beautiful, unique home.
Right. All right. So I just gave you the price of the other home. So now the next one, you guys will know what our Brookland home sold for. So Our next one, as our pictures begin to move, it should be coming up. Allison, can you see the blue house yet?
Nope, it's okay. It'll be there. This is just the backyard of the last one we talked about on Woodbine, the beautiful flagstone. And here we are.
So this one is 3949 Otis Street, Northeast in DC. And this one is in Brookland. And one of the things that we both really love is the accessory dwelling unit that you're looking at right now. And then it had a gorgeous landscape backyard. But this one was a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home, and it was 2876 square feet. Bless you.
Oh,
and
thank you.
And it was fully, I keep forgetting to stop the screen. And it was fully renovated. And the backyard, we really loved. If I back it up just a little bit, it was just really meticulously landscaped. And so it was really gorgeous. But it was a great house, great space, nice lower area, like a rec area or just, family room area in the lower part of this home. So.
Yeah. And so it was listed at one. We didn't tell them what it was listed for, though people might remember where you just accidentally said it would close for.
I know. It was listed at $1,495,000. And Allison?
Sold for 1.5. So $5,000 over asking price. I always find that a little interesting, nor like that it just went slightly over. Mm-hmm. It had been listed for 14 days. So I don't know. I'm curious what happened there, but yeah, it was a large house too. It was 5 bedrooms. It was almost 3,000 square feet. Mm-hmm. So that was a really nice one for sure. That was yours. That was your one of your picks.
One of my favorite picks. Yeah. All right. So this next one, Allison, this was your favorite pick again. And let me change the address. Do you want to give it to everyone?
Yeah, it's 214 Wolf Street in Alexandria. 6 days on the market. If anybody recalls this one, this is another super unique property, one of a kind, and certainly the fact that it flew off the market was not a surprise to me. It was listed at $1,625,000, 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,300 square foot. We loved that kitchen renovation with the 13-foot vaulted ceilings and the wood beams and that angled kind of, the roof that came into the kitchen there. Mm-hmm. Super unique. The old style dining room here with the wallpaper that was polarizing with people I polled on Instagram, but I just thought it went really well with the whole vibe of the house.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you go. No, you go. So I was listed at $1,625,000. And Karen, why don't you tell everybody what it sold for?
It sold for $1,625,000.
It sold for asking price.
So
it was 6 days on the market. They probably got a great offer, and they said, sure. They set the price they want. They got the price they want. Isn't that the dream? I just want to go on a tangent real quick and say, it's so frustrating when a seller sets a price, and then they say something like, "Well, I thought it was worth more." I say, well, then set that price more if you're gonna fight it. But these people, they got what they wanted. Bada bing, bada boom. Everyone's happy.
And Allison, I just have to say, that works in certain areas. In certain areas, it does not. For some reason, it does not. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
Yes. Yes. All right. And then we've got one final listing for everybody.
Yes. And this one, I really picked this one, and it's at the end because we really, bumped this one up and talked this one up. And so it is, let's change our address. Allison, I'm going to start the video again. If you can tell everyone the address.
This was 7920 Deepwell Drive in Bethesda. It was on the market for 5 days. Karen actually went in person. And there were lines out the door to get into this listing. Mm-hmm. Super unique, obviously, a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 square foot home right outside of Potomac, I believe, right?
Right outside. Well, it's technically Bethesda, but the neighborhood is called Potomac outside.
Ah, okay. Well, clearly one of us lives closer to that, and I have no idea about suburbs. So it was an interesting renovation. It was just a very unique layout. Obviously the style was on point. It was listed for $1,299,000. And it closed for $1,395,000. Right. So almost $200,000 100,000 or 100,000 over.
Mhm,
Yeah, just shy of
mhm.
$100,000 over asking price. So didn't escalate quite as high as I thought it would, to be honest, for all the hubbub that it got. I think this is one of the top 3 Instagram posts I've ever
Mhm,
made was
mhm.
about this listing. So really unique place, really cool. But if anything, I think all of these top 10 go to show you that it's a crapshoot, kids. You don't always know what's going to happen.
Right. And that's a good lesson, I think, just for everyone, for buyers, because some buyers are afraid to jump in and compete because they think that it's going to go incredibly high over the listing price, but
Mhm.
sometimes it doesn't go.
Yep.
And so if you don't get in there and get your hands dirty and try, you won't ever know. So
Yep.
it's the lesson of this, and just coming back, reporting our Q1 listings that we feature is that, like, give it a try, because you never know. Sometimes they don't go over, sometimes they go under, sometimes they're at asking price, and sometimes they go way over, like the first one, Endicott. So
Yeah. And remember, guys, for a while, our show was doing 3 a week, and then we've kind of bumped it down to 2. So there are a number of other places we featured that are under contract right now that haven't closed yet. And so, this is just a snippet of some of the places that we've chosen. And so if there's any that you remember we've presented before that you're interested in hearing about, then we'd be more than happy to update you with, whatever information we can access, of course. There's a couple of the ones that I picked that have not closed yet. I was hoping that they would have closed for today so that we could talk about them. But this really leads us, we're able to do a future show and kind of present some other closings for you down the line.
All right. Well, those are our top 10 for the week, and or for the first quarter for this week. And we are going to hide this so we can talk to you guys. And we just want to say thank you for tuning in to New Listings at Noon. I'm Karen Ringo.
I'm Alison Scimeca.
And we will see you soon. Bye.